Friends, this is Dr. Shanmukra, lecturer in commerce, Government College Autonomous Rajahmundry. Today we can be discussing about the recruitment policies, sources of recruitment and process of recruitment. These are the three topics we can be covered in this module, okay, 4.2. Okay, in these things, first is the recruitment policy and sources of the recruitment and the process of the recruitment we can be discussing. In this thing, first one is we can be discussing about the recruitment policy, next is the source, and finally the process we can be discussed. In this session, first recruitment policy. The organization's objectives, it is also be influencing the recruitment policy. What the organization objectives, goals and achievements, expectations, it is also be influencing the policy of the recruitment policy. Identifying the recruitment needs, we can be identified different methods, they can be identified for identify need of the recruitment need. The methods, how they can be identified, this is also be the another policies. Certain organizations, they can be adopting the one method and another organization, they can be adopting the another method. Some people, they can be whatever the references are checking or the third and the next to third person recruitments, they may be accepted. Some people, they can be directly recruiting from the public. Different policies or the methods they can be adopted. Identification of the training need, it is also be identification of the recruitment need also be the another important factor influencing the recruitment policy. That means next another one is preferred sources of the recruitment. What are the sources are there? Internal source or the external source? What the organization policy? Whether we can be adopting the internal source or the external source? It is also be influencing. This is the policy of the organization. Certain organizations, they can be always given the priority to the existing people. Wherever the position is vacant, they can be simply recruiting the people. They can be recruiting the people internally. That means given by way of a promotion, they can be whatever the refilling that position or the place. Certain organizations, they can be directly recruiting from the outsiders rather than the existing people. This is the policy of the organization, recruitment policy. Next, another one is the criteria of the selection or the preferences, the organization selection or the preferences, what they are, the selection process are going on. Whether they can be conducting the examination or direct interview or selection test or which type of test they can be conducted, it is so many things. Different tests are there, different interview methods are there. Based on that selection process and the priorities or the preferences they are given, it is also be influences. That means this is the organization policy. Recruitment policy, it can be influences. Some organizations, certain organizations, due to some restrictions or the what are the pressures from the local, they may be given the opportunity or the priority to the local people, local things. It may be influenced. Some organizations, they may not be entertained to the local, simply they can be attracting the people who are talented, simply they can be adopted. That means the recruitment policy can be influences, even though they can be irrespective of the talent, we must be given this much of the percentage to the local and we may be given to the open to others. In such a case, we also be influencing, even though the talented people are available outside the local, more number are there, but we also be given the priority. That means the criteria of selection and the preferences, it is also be influences to the recruitment policy. The cost of recruitment and financial implication of the same. The cost of recruitment, how much it can be, whatever the required for the recruitment process. Certain organizations, it may be affordable or may not be affordable. Based on their affordability, they can be identify the recruitment policy, the how much of cost they can be ready to, even the whatever the cost it may be, we can be recruiting the right person. In such a case, they cannot be compromising with the cost of recruitment. But certain organizations, they having financial constraints. They have not that much of the capabilities or capacity to spend more money towards the recruitment policy. In such a case, they may be adopted. Otherwise, the policy it is also be influencing recruitment policy. Find the employees in the best qualified person for each job. It is and find the employees. Find the whatever the employees in the best qualified persons. In each and every best qualified peoples are required. And at the same time, the organization policy it is also be influencing. Recruitment policy also be influencing. Next, retaining the best and most promising those hired. It is also be required. It is also be the another thing. And to offer promising the opportunities for the lifetime working career. Whenever we can be, once we can be recruiting the people, if you are given the promising or the opportunity for lifetime working career, it is also be the another factor. Certain organizations they have or may not be. So the recruitment policy it is also be influencing. If they can be offered in such a way, automatically we can be attracting a right number of the person, right people, right qualified person to attracting in our organization, to provide the programs and facilities for personal growth on the job. It is the another thing. That means providing the programs and the facilities for the personal growth of the job. The personal growth of the job it is also be influencing. It is the part of the recruitment policy. These are the various whatever the recruitment policies it can be influencing. These are the factors it is influencing the recruitment policy of the organization. Organization's objectives, identification of the recruitment needs, preference of the sources of recruitment, criteria of selection and preference, the cost of recruitment and financial implication, and they find the employees the best qualified persons for each job, each and every whatever the job in the organization, to retain the best and most promising the whatever the hired people, to offering or promising the opportunity for lifetime working career, and provide the programs and facilities for the personal growth in the organization. This is the another whatever the things. These are the various things, factors influencing the organization recruitment policy. Now we can be discussing about the sources of recruitment. The sources of the recruitment broadly classified into the two types, internal sources and external sources. Internal sources means the organization, whatever the existing people are available in which we can be replacing that position, it can be called as internal sources. External sources they can be collecting from the outsiders. So internal sources are two types, by transfer and by promotion. The existing place, whatever it may be vacant, whether it is the planned or unexpected or whatever the anticipated, that things we can be replacing. Simply they can be given whatever the promotion, the people who are working in the lower category before, simply we can be upgrading their whatever the job, it is called as a promotion. That means they can be given the better position. The existing people who are doing that, they can be given the promotion to continue that organization performance in the smooth manner. This is the one source is there. And another one is transfer. They may be, when vacancies occur, they can be replacing that position from the another departments or the another areas. They can be replacing that areas requirement by way of adopting this method. The same stays, the same position people who are working in the elsewhere, those people are simply transferred from this area. This people, this position, it can be replacing, it can be called as a internal source. Internal sources are, one is transfer and another one is the promotion. This is the recruitment, whatever the internal sources are there. And comes to, we can be discussing about the external sources. External sources, we can be identifying, we can be motivating the people to replacing the job from the outside, not the internal source. In such a case, external sources, by giving the press advertisements, paper advertisements, that means this is the positions or vacancies are available in our organization, in so and so organization. We also be expected to receiving your application from this date to this date. and opening and closing date we can be given. By way of that we can be attracting the people for applying the job. And another one is educational institutions. Nowadays campus recruitments are going to conducting the campus drives. That means educational institutions are the one of the hub for the recruitment sources. So this is the another method by whatever the external source. And placement agencies, we are not having the time to replacing the recruiting the people in the different places. In such a case, instead of that, just we can be given the placement agencies are there. Those organizations just we can be offered. Those organizations they can be simply replacing. Simply they can be selecting the people and given the whatever the recruitment or the whatever the motivating, they can be sending certain people. This is the another method. Placement agencies. Employment exchanges. Employment exchanges are there. The people who are not having the job, they are ready to work. They can be registered in the employment exchanges. By way of collecting the information from that, that is the one sources we can be started to whatever the rising, whatever the recruitment source, it is the another one is. Next, labor contractors. Certain labor contractors are there. In the whatever the labor they can be supplied to the organization. From that, the talented peoples we may be motivated and we can be attract them to recruiting or replacing that position. And unsolicited applications. Some applications they may be given whenever requirement. Simply they can be given the applications to the organizations, and those applications are collected and they can be keep in the organization in the ready manner. Whenever the recruitment is required, simply they can be make a call or they can be intimating them to applying the job. This is the another one is. And recommendations from the outsiders or the some existing people or the some other people. The people are where it can be available. Based on that, we also be identifying the recruitment source. And recruitment at factory gates. So we can be called the people. You can be come and meet the office or the factory or the particular organization in so and so time and a particular area. We can be conducting the recruitment drive, and by way of that we can be identifying the source. These are the external sources. Internal sources are the transfer and the promotion. External sources are the press advertisements, education institutions, placement agencies, employment exchanges, labor contractors, unsolicited applications, recommendations, recruitment at the organization and the entrance gate or the particular certain place they can be mentioned. These are the sources of the recruitment we can be discussed here. Next we can be discussing about the process of the recruitment. So actually the process of recruitment having the so many serials of the steps. Recruitment process is generally begins with when the personnel departments receiving the requirements for the recruitment from the many departments of the company or the organization. The personal requirements recruitment the duties to performing the qualifications required for the candidates, terms and conditions and employment, and the time by which the persons should be availed for the appointment, etc. That means the recruitment process, it can be generally it can be started when we can be receiving from the requirements of the personal departments. Various departments they can be sending. These are the requirements. These are the positions are required for our organization, our department. Like that, they can be collecting all those applications received by the personal departments. Requests are received by the personal departments. It can be started the process of the recruitment. By way of that means first they can be preparing the HR planning. Based on the HR planning, how much it is required, what is the demand, what is the supply, what is the gap, we can be identified. Based on that we can be go for the recruitment. Once we can be go for the recruitment, before that each and every department how many requests are there, they can be collecting and comes to the recruitment process, it can be started. Once we can be recruitment is started, we can be go for the selection and another one is placement and other things. So now comes to the placements. Before we can be selecting, we can be discussing the recruitment, we also be doing the another things. So many things. Locate and develop the sources of required or the number and the type of employees. Locate or identified and develop the sources of the required number and the type of employees are required, we can be identified or we can be determined. This is the process of HR planning and recruitment process. Find and developing the sources and the potential employees are required, and identifying the prospective employees with the required characteristics. What characteristics are there? That means searching for the prospective employees, developing whatever the techniques and attract the candidates and evaluate the effective and recruitment things. These are things, it is also the thing we can be identifying the prospective employees with the required characteristics. So what are the characteristics are required for doing these activities, and communicating the information about the organization, the job, the terms and conditions of the service, or the terms and conditions of the job. It is also we can be communicated, and encourage and identifying the candidates to applying for the job and evaluating the effectiveness of the recruitment process. This is the process we can be discussing. That means simply we can be recruiting the people, find out the finding and developing the sources of potential employees. We can be identified. Either it is the internal source or the external source. Maybe the developing the source either the internal or the external. In case of the internal, the personal research and job position and experience will also be taken into consideration. External things, employees reveals, advertisements and scouting or whatever the methods it may be, these are the external sources we can be identified. And the searching for the prospective employees, developing the techniques and attracting the candidates. We can be developing the techniques. Which type of peoples are we can be recruiting? We can be developing one technique or some techniques or attracting the candidates in the towards personal research or the job positions or the experience or the employee reveals or the paper advertisements or whatever the sources there. So many sources are there, and we can be by in case of the internal, transfer to the new jobs, upgrading in the same position and promoting to the higher job. And that means transfer to the new job, present job to new job we can be transferred, upgrading in the same position we can be upgrading, and we can be promoting to the higher job, maybe promoting the higher job. This is the internal sources, and comes to the external sources, providing the information and clarifying the doubts if any. So this is the process we can be going. Once it is completed, and we can be evaluating the effectiveness of the recruitment process. This is the process of human resource recruitment, HR recruitment we can be done. So these are the processing things we can be discussing now, and we can be continued the other topic in the next class. Thank you.